Secret Wars 2015 collection. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Jesse here with JLSComics. Welcome back. If you're just stopping by, thanks for doing so, and hope you stick around. I wanted to show you actually my Secret Wars 2015 collection. I know it just ended. It took freaking forever, and we're all saying, finally, this thing is done. We can move on. But you know what? It's been so long, and I'm kind of like, I went through some of these books and I'm like, oh, I remember that. That was a cool cover, or, you know, cool story. And I had read it back in like April, like almost, you know, most of a year ago. So it's kind of cool to kind of, because it was so long, go back through these and kind of look at some of them. And I had to organize them too, of course. So I figured it would be fun to show what I got over it. I do have quite a few. But in all fairness, Marvel did stop the entire line for this, so it was basically their only options, as you know. So there's that. And before I get into it, before we get any further, it is at 1 minute. I do want to say you've been tagged. If you're watching this, if you collected books for Secret Wars, I am tagging you. I'm going to show you mine, and I'd like to see what you got, just to kind of like compare. If there are any books that you thought were like really awesome that I missed, or you know things here that you want to know more about, let me know down below. That would be really cool. There was a couple that I did not get that I'll probably pick up in trade. One was Weird World. I just heard that was a really phenomenal story, and of course that carried over into the new one. And then the other one that I did not get, however, it was apparently crucial to the story, was Siege. And if you know Secret Wars, you know Thing being the wall and all that. So definitely an important piece of the whole Battle World puzzle, let's call it. All right. So way back in some time, we got this little preview book. This was from way back then. Right after time runs out and, things had just started winding down with all the incursions. And we went through, it started as an 8-part series, and it was expanded to 9 just because of the story. But so technically, I guess we can call it a 10-parter, because don't forget we had issue 0, right? So how am I going to do this? Can you see? Yeah. All right. So 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So there's the entire 10-part series. Yeah. Bunch of cool covers. This was 0. This was 1. I do have this signed by Alex Ross. I threw up a picture on my Instagram, so he signed it in like a silver pen down here. 2. There's number 3. Reed and the Maker, Ultimate Reed. Here we have issue 4, issue 5, issue 6, issue 7, issue 8, and I'll stop. Ocho, just kidding. And then here we have issue 9, okay? And then I just got this recently. It's a J. Scott Campbell cover. I just showed this in one of my last videos, so I'm not going to dwell on it too long, but I also have this Secret Wars number 1 variant brought to you by GameStop. Power to the people. Boom. They had a hero side and a villain side connecting covers. I just, the shop had one of the heroes, but you know how people are when the bookshelf goes like this and they're flipping through, so it was massively damaged right there on the spine. Color breaks and bleh. I left it. So I know there's been a lot of variants and 1 in 10s, 1 in 2, this and that. But these are the ones I got for the main title. I didn't want to get too carried away on those. So there is that. And then, of course, we had Battle World. Here's Battle World issue 1. Battle World issue 2. Issue number 3. Here's 4. Another one that was important was Secret Wars Secret Wars 2099 number 1, 2099 number 2. Here's a variant, Mad Max variant. Number 3. Here's number 4. And then the other one, Ultimate Universe, due to the incursions, it was ending. So here's the end of the Marvel Ultimate Universe. Issue 1, issue 2, and this issue was done by Brian Michael Bendis, and there were some massive delays in this. In fact, I dropped it after the 4th. The 5th one took so damn long to come out. Oh, issue 5 for 2099. Sorry, that was a 5-parter. This was a 5-parter also. I dropped it. Spider-Verse number 1. Spider-Verse number 2. Super cool cover there. Spider-Verse number 3. Spider-Verse number 4. Spider-Verse number 5. The next one I only picked up the first 2 issues of, just because that's what I wanted to do, which is Inferno number 2. I believe all these were either 4 or 5-parters, so there is that. The next one to show you would be Inhumans, Adelan Rising number 1, number 2. There's a design variant for number 2. Issue 3. Here's issue 4. And of course, issue number 5. And then we have Iron Wars. These were all taken from some really classic Marvel stories. Not all of these, but a lot of these were taken from some really classic or really well acclaimed stories, Armor Wars being one of them. So it kind of took that idea or that story and brought it to now. So really cool there. There we have Iron Gwen, Armor Wars number 1, Armor Wars number 2, Armor Wars number 3, Armor Wars number 4, and then this one here is Armor Wars number 5. So let me make some room here. Whoa. Okay, hang on one second. Next stack to show you here, this is Marvel Zombies. I actually only got this one. It was a pretty cool story, but I got it because there was an appearance by Deadpool. It was a Deadpool zombie, so picked that one up for that reason. Miss Deadpool and the Howling Commandos. Let me do this. This was a fun story. Here's issue 1, issue 2, excuse me, issue 3. There we go. Sorry, Shikla. Issue 3, issue 4. And that was a 4-parter, I believe. I don't think there was a 5th one to that. Correct me if I'm wrong. Next one is X-Men 92. Number 1, really cool cover there. Harkening back to the classic 90s stories that I grew up with. And, love them or hate them. I don't know how you couldn't, especially... it's number 3. Here's a manga variant for issue 3. Okay, so that's those. And I don't know what the other ones are. I read that entire story. So they're in a box somewhere. If you are watching this and taking notes, this could go on for another 2 parts. And I have those somewhere. So there's that. Get these out of the way. Next one, I got quite a few of. It was a really good story by Dan Slott. And just saw some really awesome variants for it. Had to pick up as many as I could. I'm going to start over here this time. This issue 1. Here is another issue 1 from Comic Exposure, Renew Your Vows variant. This is issue 2, Renew Your Vows, Amazing Spider-Man. And here is another Comic Exposure variant. And then here is an issue number 2 from Anastasia's Collectibles. That's where I bought it from anyways. Stan Lee collection exclusive of that. Got Mary on there and of course Black Cat in the background. Stan Lee just being himself. So that's cool, okay? So then we have issue, let me put these out of the way. Issue 3, it's right there. Issue 4, here is the manga variant for issue 4. And then I have issue 4, another Comic Exposure variant there. Okay. Oops. How did that happen? Okay, and then the final issue of this was issue number 5. So there you go. Okay? So that's another of the tie-in stories. Then we have Captain Marvel number 1, Captain Marvel number 2, Captain Marvel number 3, and again, I don't know where the others are, so yeah, I don't know where they went to. So there you have it. Okay? This one I, for some reason, stopped getting, but there you have Thor's 1 and 2. Okay? Another one that was an interesting read was Runaways. 1, 2, Runaways 3, and then Runaways 4. Okay? I got 2 more stacks, so bear with me here. I'm going to go grab those, okay? Age of Apocalypse. Come on. That's a cool cover. Okay, well, apparently I only have issue 1 and 4 of that, so that might be something I need to fill in the holes on, if you know what I mean. The next one, this carried over, of course, to the all-new, all-different Marvel Universe. And you will know it here as A-Force number 1. There's number 2, number 3, and then A-Force number 4. Okay. I enjoyed this story. It was Years of Future Past. 1, 2, Years of Future Past 3, Years of Future Past 4, and Years of Future Past 5. Okay. 3, 4, 5. Okay. Next one is actually, I think, one of the first times that I started picking up was Planet Hulk. So it's been a long time since I've seen these, but neat cover there. So Planet Hulk number 1. And we got Planet Hulk number 2. Planet Hulk number 3. Uh-oh. I'm running out of space here, folks. Planet Hulk number 4. This is a cool story with Captain America and Devil Dinosaur. It was fun to read. And there's that one, issue number 5. You may remember that from, I believe, one of my first couple of videos, actually. So this was around the time when I was just starting to get into making these YouTube videos. And you can see that I was active at my LCS prior to that. So there's that. Here we have Future Imperfect. That is a variant edition. It's in Gwenable Hulk. Why is it over there? It's the only one I got, I guess, of that. So that's all I got to show you for that. In Gwenable Hulk. Okay. Infinity Gauntlet is next. Start over here. Okay. Here is issue 1, Scotty Young cover. That harkens back to the original there. Infinity Gauntlet number 2. There's number 3 of Infinity Gauntlet and number 4. So there you have that one. Next, we will go to Extinction Agenda. There you go, number 1. This was a classic story in the 90s that I quite enjoyed. 4. Boom. So it was cool to see. Some of these were like reimaginings of it, and some like this were actually kind of like a sequel. It was like, what if this had happened and this had continued in that timeline? So it wasn't like a retelling, it was more of like a continuation. So that's neat. Alright. Last in this stack is the Scotty Young Giant Size Little Marvel AVX. You may have loved that story or you may have hated it. Okay. Fun covers there. It was a fun story. Oh, this is actually a variant here. This is one of the toy variants. Okay. So there's that. All right, folks. One more stack, so bear with me, please. I'm trying to keep this somewhat brief. let's see what we got here. Next, I'm gonna do Old Man Logan. Okay, so we have Old Man Logan number one. It's a Books A Million cover there, black and white. They had a color and then a black and white edition of that. So that one, of course, is the black and white. Is that better on the lighting? Here, it's a neat cover if you show up with some of the details. Okay, look at that. Cool. Anyways, then you got issue number 2. There's a Gwen Vereen cover by Chris Samney, who I just went back and forth and back with on Twitter, which was neat. He's doing Black Widow Black Widow book coming up, so got that to look forward to. So then we got issue 3 there. Here is issue 4, and here is the manga variant of issue 4. You got X-23 and Wolverine on there, so that's pretty cool, right? So there's those. All right. I think I got this because there was a Deadpool appearance in it. I saw that somewhere. So that's it's Battle World story. It's Age of Ultron versus Marvel Zombies. So cool. All right, next I got a few of these, so this will take a minute. Actually, I'll do that last. Show you my Spider Islands. Classic story there. This was pretty much the last of the 700 run volume. And then here's issue 4 for that. Okay. So there's those. Okay, then I'll show you Civil War. That's a GameStop cover. Here's the regular cover. These look just like the 2005 series. And we are getting a sequel to this. 3. I think this was 5 parts, but for some reason I don't have the 5th one. It may have just been 5, but anyways, as I was saying, let's do this while I talk. There is a sequel to this coming up pretty soon here, and instead of it being basically Captain America and Tony, it's going to be Captain America and Captain Marvel, kind of like on opposite sides. And again, it's going to pull from a lot of the current events and what have you. And apparently, there will be one major character killing another major character. So we have some more of those to look forward to. Guardians of Nowhere, 5, 4, 3. First appearance of Yotot. 3, 2 is there. And here is 1. And then, of course, you got your Gwenum for issue number 1 there. So that is those. Guardians of Nowhere. And then the last one I wanted to show you was the Deadpool's Secret Wars. So, yeah. There's issue 1. Here's issue 1, Books A Million. Second and Charles cover there. Issue number 1, baby variant. Looks like one of the covers from the original Secret Wars. And we got this one here by Nick Gazin. There's that. So here's issue 2. Everybody knows about that cover. There's issue 3. There's issue 4. No, there's issue 3. There's issue 4. And then finally issue 4 again, a manga variant for that one. So there you have it, folks. That's my Secret Wars 2015 collection. Hope you enjoyed. That is the map that was given out for the world. But last, but certainly not least, you can see around the edge there. Like, I didn't get Ghost Racers, Masters of Kung Fu, Star-Lord. I skipped that one. Where Monsters Dwell, Korvac Saga. Let's see what else. 1872. I missed out on that. Like I said, Weird World. There's a few there. MODOK, 1602, Squadron Sinister. There's quite a few. I mean, you see, I got a lot, but there was still so much more. But I got what I could. There was a Loki book, House of M. I think I picked up one of those, but I didn't see it when I was gathering these together. But the last one I wanted to show you was this one here. It's my Secret Wars #1. And you can see right here is Alex Ross' signature. There's only 250 of these. Dynamic Forces, so, there's that. But yeah, that's all I got for you. Like to see what you got. So like I said at the beginning, you've been officially tagged. Comments down below, likes, thumbs, share this, all that jazz we say. Have fun reading. I always try to say that now because that's important. And, if you haven't hit the subscribe button, go ahead and do that and see what's coming up in the future. But that's all I got for you today. This is Jesse with JLSComics, and I'll see you guys soon.